Moved up to do the introduction thing. Todd Marley, this is about the unknown miner. After the Civil War, the Alexander family worked a peanut plantation in Mississippi. The Alexanders were slaves before the war, but afterward, they owned and worked a peanut plantation as sharecroppers. On December 25th, 1887, during that period, Warren Alexander was born. And around the turn of the century, a young Warren, tired of the peanut plantation, headed north to work in the coal fields here in western Pennsylvania. Next, what we know is that at age 31, he served a short stint in World War I until it ended until November of 1918. And after the war, he ended up here in Hill Station, where he worked at the Montour No. 4 mine. He lived in the patch, house number 246 to be exact, and on the property now occupied by Slush's Garage. Mr. Warren, as everybody called him, probably retired by the time we knew him as kids in the 1940s. He was a gentle man, kind and giving, though he had very little to give. His sister, still living in Mississippi, would send him peanuts and popcorn, and Mr. Warren would roast and pop them on an old potbelly stove in his living room and share them with the kids in the neighborhood. He had a garden with lots of fruit trees and a yard, and he shared his bounty with anyone. He allowed the kids to pick his fruit and take from his garden. When the kids got older, he actually allowed them to shoot the rabbits near his home, particularly to protect his garden, and he also loved the rabbit stew that he made from them. He was always grateful and thankful. He was a perfect hero in the eyes of a kid, age 5 or 6, and what great memories the few of us that still have of Mr. Warren sitting on his porch, chatting with passerbys. Mr. Warren was never married and he had no descendants. His only known living relative when he died was his sister, Rosa Tark, out of Vance, Mississippi. He died quietly in Montefiore Hospital on Friday, July 2nd, 1965, known only to a few. My dad wants to thank Mr. Warren for his kindness. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my father, Ken, and tell him how proud I am of all the hard work that you've done. A great effort to honor your father, Joe Marley, his community, and the legacy of Hill Station. I will effort in my life to honor you as you have for your dad and the generation that preceded you. Great job. There are only about 10 people on this planet that knew Mr. Warren. I was one of them, and for this reason I dedicated a paper on his behalf. Thank you, Mr. Warren.
Thanks, Ken, for all your sentimental and heartfelt moments and memories. Right before we dedicate the memorial, Kathy Pigford's going to give us a little bit of background on the research and history involved in finding and the names of the miners and identifying those.